I go to find ways to easily maintain my natural hair?
Just in response to the question, everyone, we do have a hair care tip page inside of the program, and there's also a small section that does say for more information you can visit these places. There are, I think, 3 websites and 1 YouTube link. And there's a back page that is for notes in case you all want to take down any of this information, this good information that's being said up here.
To find hairstyles you can use is, I went on YouTube. I watched YouTube for like a whole week, so I'm a subscriber. And then after I decided to become natural, I just found one hairstyle, which was Bantu knot out. I had heat damage, and that worked perfect for me because I still had coil. The ends were straight, but it looked nice. When I was transitioning, I had, your coils and the straightening. The Bantu knot out worked for me. And then when the pressing or the heat damage went away, I just did 2-strand twist. So YouTube is a really good spot. You have to be careful because they will encourage you to buy a whole bunch of products you really don't need. So just know your hair and what you feel comfortable with. You don't have to listen to them when they say buy this product or buy that product because it might be too expensive.
Next question, how do I clip my ends now that I'm natural? Also, how often should I do so?
The way I clip my ends is 2-strand twist. I just twist it up, go to the ends, and clip it. And I do that all over my head. After a while, after my whole head is twisted, I just put it in perm rods.
And you can also, if you wear your hair, like for example, like an afro, like how hers look very full. I can tell she has very nice, it's no not split ends or all. Well, you can tell, if you can see through your hair, if you hold out something you can see through, it should look full, like how it's full. It doesn't look like there's straggles. Now I'm not saying don't cut it all off, but all the spaces, but that's when you can tell, like, okay, I need to clip my ends. And then you do that process, you 2-strand twist, and you set a little bit as you go, but that's how you can tell if you have plenty.
And another thing, just like textbook, normally, and a lot of people say that they don't, for me, textbook is 6 to 8 weeks is when we're supposed to clip our ends. Now, a lot of times, 6 to 8 weeks, you'll probably say, wow, I'm cutting length off. So what you should do in that time frame is just basically assess your ends yourself. The other thing, in all honesty, I would suggest you go to somebody professionally to clip your ends, only because you don't want to clip too much. You don't want to cut your ends, your length off, and things like that. So if you don't have the experience with clipping your ends, most of us only charge a few dollars to get your ends clipped. And especially if you're natural, you could do that every 2 months or something to that nature. So and the other thing is you don't have to straighten your hair to clip your ends. That's the other thing. So don't let nobody tell you that.
This is going to be our last question. So if you all have any more questions or comments, you can talk to each of the stylists after the hair show. This question. Daughter swims. What would you suggest for upkeep?
One good thing is before the swim, mist your hair, because when you get in that cool water, our hair soaks it up. And what you're doing, if you get in there when your hair is dry, you're soaking all the chlorine and everything that's up, in the water. So just mist your hair lightly, and you can put like a little conditioner on it, up to you. But I would say mist your hair first and let it get kind of wet so it already soaks in. The water, if you do oil and water in your little mixture bottle, it takes that in first. Then twist it up and put it in a bun if you can. and then get in the water. That way your hair is not soaking up that stuff.
The big suggestion that I would have as far as swimming, and that's for all of us, locks, everybody, is once you get out, make sure you do an ACV rinse. Make sure you do an ACV rinse. And the ACV rinse is apple cider vinegar rinse. Me, when I do an ACV rinse, I don't cut it with any water. I use the organic, natural Bragg's ACV, the apple cider vinegar. And it's like imperative, because if you don't, you'll really start to see your hair, the breakage and everything of your hair and your locks. So make sure you do the ACV rinse before you do a shampoo. Do the ACV rinse, let it sit on your hair for about 10 or 15 minutes. And I mean saturate it to where it's like dripping. That's basically what I do. And just saturate it and rinse it out, and then continue on with your regular shampoo regimen.
Okay, thank you very much. That concludes our Q&A session. Again, if you all have any further questions, you can talk to the stylist afterwards.